I don't know what they doing to me. I'm glad you told me. I got to figure that out. Something they doing to me. They muting me right after the introduction. But welcome to the Chop Shop. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, sometime Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. I'll work on that next week. I don't know what the hell going on with it, but I'll work on that next week. But thank you for letting me know real quickly, Melvin Dews, that I'm muted. But it's Baby Friday. The Chop Shop is not aired on Friday, so we call it our Baby Friday. But it's a whole lot of stuff going on, man. High school playoffs going on. I'm excited about several matchups. I'll share those with you because I'm not the high school basketball guru. I just, I certain players that I see and I like, I want to go and talk about them, and I want to. Yeah, it's not my job, so it ain't my job to go watch a kid. It's my what I do is bless your kid. If your kid catch my eye, your son, your daughter, your player, it catch my eye. I don't slight nobody. It's just if you haven't caught my eye, I'm in a different space than all these other guys. I'm in a different space than Jimmy. I'm in a different space than all of these other guys. I'm in a space where I just, we have a sports talk show here. We got a talk show here, and if I see something that I can talk about, and if I see something that catch my eye, I'll talk about it. Sterling Creek, that's it. You got to catch my eye. When you ball, you get the call. And one of the kids I really, really, really like, and he didn't have a good showing, and and don't talk too much about it. But when you're a top 75 player in the country, young people, you got to score more than 6 points in a playoff game. I don't care who you playing against. When you one of the top players in this city, you can't lose a playoff game and you score 6 points. And you, 6'10", 6'11", and just, they tell me, I don't know, they tell me you just out there on the perimeter. I've seen you play, and you do play on the perimeter a little too much for me. But there's no way, young man, no way you should ever, I don't care who you play with, I don't care who you play for. Let me tell you something for Uncle Robert, who has no dog in the fight. I don't train you. You don't play on my team. You ain't going to play in my tournament because I ain't got no tournament. This message is for you, young man. You got to get better, man. And I don't want to hear it. They ain't passing it to me. Because I know they little ass missing shots. So go and get every rebound they miss. Consider every shot they miss a pass to you and go get the rebound. And I'm serious about this, man. Because people, you got the video people there. You got kids worried about what a video person around the wall. Man, y'all got to play. Jameson Morrow, what's up, man? Share the show. Because I'm telling y'all, I got some for y'all today. Y'all, if I start off like that, y'all already know us. But we can't have no guy. What about top players? Then you said, well, you ain't getting no love. Mindy. Corey Willis. I see ain't now one of y'all said nothing. Walter Yates. Ain't nobody said nothing. I just made a comment. There's no way a top 75 a player supposed to come into a high school game and a playoff game and score 6 points and get his head tore off and get beat in a playoff game. Troy Callahan. I'm waiting on somebody to say something back. Maybe y'all condone this. That's the problem. Maybe y'all condoning some of this stuff. I'm not going to condone it. I don't care. Because share the show. You're on YouTube, hit the thumbs up. If you on Facebook, hit the thumb. Get your like buttons and like, share everything on Facebook too, because people need to see this. Walter Yates, let me help you. You're one of the top players in Houston, one of the top players in the state of Texas. You're in the top 75 in America. And you go into a playoff game and score 6 points. And your team lose. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable to me, man. It's unbelievable to me. Pray for Austin. It breaks my heart. Just breaks my heart. Sitting up here thinking about this. Ray Austin. You're the tallest player on the floor. You're the best player on the floor. How can you score 6 points and you're skilled? How can you score? What was your mindset before you go? It's right now, y'all uniforms is in mothballs. Y'all ain't got to practice no more at your school. Ken Dean, seeing y'all pop up on him. Gary Carter. I didn't know nothing about it, y'all. Somebody called me early this morning and told me this. And I said, what? So I had to call somebody else, because, unlike a lot of people, I don't go by what the first person tell me. You got to look it up yourself, Mindy. I'm not going to call the kid's name out on TV. You got to go do some digging yourself. I'm not. That ain't me. Love this kid. I brag about this kid. I done talked about this kid on my show. Gary Carter. Say, explain to me, how can you forget about who he is, man. Mindy, all you got to do is go look at one of the top players. You got to do some homework. I ain't finna do all your work for you. One of the top players in Houston, one of the top players in Texas, and the top 75 player, and see who got their ass whooped the other night, Mindy. Then you'll know who I'm talking about. Ken Dean. How does this happen, Kyle Cole? You're the biggest and the best and the most skilled player, and your team lose in the first round. Somebody told me some college coach walked out the damn gym. That's what got me mad. That's what got me fired up, y'all. Because my old ass can go out there and have 6 points. Right now. Gary Carter, you film these kids. Reginald Simpson. Ken Dean, you watch a lot of college, high school basketball. Now look at this crap. Ain't no game plan to stop no great player. Because a great player gonna have 12 blocks, 20 rebounds. Ain't no game plan to stop nobody from having no rebounds. That's a lie from the pit of hell right there. A great game plan by a Hall of Fame coach. Hall of Fame coach my ass. And I don't know who the Hall of Fame coach is. Hall of Fame coach my behind. I don't care nothing about no Hall of Fame coach. Hall of Fame coach ain't stop. Ain't no game plan to stop no dude from blocking every damn shot out there. What the hell a game plan from there? Don't shoot it. Yeah, hold on. What the Hall of Fame game plan is to tell your kids don't shoot it. That's the game plan. What's up, Joinka? Y'all got to help me. Y'all got to help me. Martin Brooks, all of you. Y'all got to talk to me, man. That's why I tell y'all to share the show. I just need somebody to help me. And give me a better excuse than Walter Yates game. Talking about a Hall of Fame coach. Donna, I don't even know. He talking about why did the coach? I don't know. You spread the flow. Okay? Spread the flow. You can spread the flow all you want to. Somebody missed shots. I know it ain't they didn't shoot 100%. His teammates missed shots. Why did he get the rebound his teammates missed and put him back? They ain't got shit to do with no spread the floor. Eric Barnes, we don't need you. We don't need you to talk about that. You just follow conversation. Spread the flow. Somebody has shot. Let me find out what the score in that game. Since he want to play games with Robert Haddle, right? Well, I'm trying to see. I don't even know what district they in. What's the name of the school? Hold on. Yeah, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I was not happy when I saw this. Somebody called me early this morning. I'm trying to see. Shit, I miss Ann. Yeah. They ain't got him in here. I'm trying to see what the score was. Somebody called me this morning. There's no way you should win the game. You should lose that game. And you telling me the game was 47 and 44? I'm done. I'm done. So the game was winnable. That's worse. That's worse. I'm still trying to find them people. Shit, they ain't got, I mean, I ain't gonna look all that. This weekend, man, I'll be off and running. This weekend, TSU men's and women's basketball team. We're gonna play Mississippi Valley first on Saturday. Let me make sure because I will be out of town. I'm gonna miss the games tomorrow. I'm gonna miss the games tomorrow. So it's gonna be some good games tomorrow. I'm gonna talk about them in a minute, but I'm gonna talk about TSU. We go to Mississippi Valley first and play them on Saturday. Let me see. The men's game is at 6 p.m. So the girls' game shall probably start at 4. Girls' game start at 4. We're going to be on KTSU FM radio, or you can download the KTSU app. Let's see. Then on that Monday, Arkansas Pine Bluff. We'll play Arkansas Pine Bluff. So that's our next road trip. And then we'll be back home next week. And we got Jackson State and Alcorn coming in. And then we end the season with Prairie View. So we got a little work to do. We got a little work to do. TSU still got some stuff to mop up. Thank you. They couldn't stop him when he wanted to be unstoppable. Thank you, Melvin. Melvin, I know, but Melvin, 6 points. Nah, I'm not with that one. Let me see. Big. A lot of these kids don't have a motor and motivation. They just doing it for fun. Okay, thank you, Martin Vaughn. Let me see if somebody else gonna say something. He played like he was a shooting guard, small forward. Came on the line. He was held on the block by a 6'2" guard. I'm done. Okay, I'm done talking about it. Y'all took too long. Y'all took too long to tell me what. I don't even want to talk about it no more. It ain't worth me talking about. It ain't worth me talking about it no more. I just don't know. I just don't know, man. They got me. They got me with that one. But ladies and gentlemen, today I really do. I'm serious. Share the show. I want to uh, I want to issue I want to issue a warrant for your uh, intelligent arrest. I really want you to pay attention to some stuff today. Uh, I meant to talk about it yesterday, and I didn't, and I was so remiss because I was going through. I don't know what was happening, but yesterday in 1965, something happened. I want to play this. Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. No, before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate? You should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you? On this day yesterday in 1965, Muslim minister, human rights activist Malcolm X was assassinated. Know anything about me? That's one of the first books that I didn't have to read. You know, you read at school the books you had to read that I didn't have to read. Nobody made. That's the first book that I ever read from cover to cover. The Malcolm X book. I'll never ever forget it. Just the things that I was reading and the things that's still ring in my head from being a young boy. Um, so it's Black History Month, and I can't let that go by. But I was thinking about something yesterday. Uh, they got and somebody sent this to me, man, and, and and I got to read it to you. I got to read it to you. Yes, I got to read it to you. I thought about this. Thought about this. Uh, and y'all got to follow me. You know, some people, y'all, you know, you have your preconceived notion. I understand. I'm gonna talk about them too. But Birmingham Mayor Randall Woodfin took to social media yesterday at the Alabama legislators who introduced a bill prohibiting the teaching of divisive concepts and the sponsorship of any diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in Alabama public schools and universities. Although this is the mayor talking, Randall Woodfin talking, Mayor Woodfin saying, he said, although I'm the biggest Bama fan, I have no problem organizing Black parents and athletes to attend other institutions outside of the state where diversity and inclusion are prioritized. With being said, on social media, he said, if supporting inclusion becomes illegal in this state, hell, you might as well stand in front of the school door like Governor Wallace did. If you don't know about Governor Wallace, go back and read up on that. It's Black History Month. Y'all could have at least waited until March. That's what he told the legislators. But them folks in Alabama don't care. But it's called Senate Bill number 129, sponsored by Senator Will Barfoot, a Republican. Pike Road, and filed on Tuesday, resembles the 2022 and the 2023 proposal sponsored by Representative Ed Oliver, another Republican from Dadeville. The bill will forbid. Y'all listen to me. And I'm finna show you how this tied into y'all's ass. The bill will forbid public schools from affirming a decisive concept, which should be examples as teaching that slavery and racism are aligned with the founding principles of the United States. If you teach that, your ass out. And that fault, blame, or bias should be assigned to members of members of race, color, religion, sex, ethnicities, or original or in origin on the basis of race, color. It's killing me. Religion, sex, ethnicity, and national origin. He wrote to the state of Alabama. Why would you make it illegal for institutions of higher learning to promote diversity and inclusion among its faculty and staff? Why? Why would you be black? Why would you back fair representation and opportunities for all people? He said, addressed to how it should affect the program, sports program. Let me tell y'all something. He said to the parents of minority student athletes who are helping their children decide if they want to play sports in these institutions, would you be cool with your child playing for schools where diversity among staff is actually being discouraged? I know y'all gonna get quiet on important stuff like this. If I said something ignorant, talk about Cat Williams or one of them, everybody be typing right now. If a black college football player said they ain't coming to Alabama or Auburn, if this bill passes, it will die. We have to learn to use our power, people, instead of running your damn mouth on comments on the Chop Shop. We got to learn how to use our power. Why would any black athlete play for the University of Alabama willing to use their bodies but not teach their history or hire their people? Jay Jackson, Coach Favre, I told y'all, Tommy Tuberville got rich. He was the coach of Auburn. Got rich, wealthy, on the backs of them black players he recruited. And now he owns in the Senate because of his rich and his power that them players gave him. He's one of the 100 senators that every time they try to vote about something that will help people that look like me and you, he voted down. So we fatten up that snake, the frog, for the snake. Now they in the Senate, they say if y'all teach anything black at the university or in the high school in the state of Alabama, think anything about diversity, inclusion, anything about it, it's going to be illegal. I knew y'all would be quiet on that one. Anything that requires some work. See, y'all, Robert Hatter, it's very difficult to have a crock pot mentality in a microwave society. See, I know y'all, everything want it now, but we got to think. You remind me of James Baldwin. To be African, check this out. To be African American, to be African without any memory, and American without any privilege. To be African American. Y'all, they doing this because the people are black, or see, they always wouldn't allow us to do nothing. Governor Wallace stood on the courthouse step or the school step saying, ain't no black segregation now, segregation forever. Said, we don't want none of y'all in here. And then we got a ignorant ass person like, what her name, Nikki Haley, Namrata, whatever her damn name is, sitting around talking about she grew, it wasn't no racism. But Nikki, what was this? You can't say he got his pants sagging. That man got a suit on. You can't say he a thug. Them the damn thugs who hitting him, knowing he can't hit back. Thank you, Tessie. Tessie. And then Tessie, we got people up here comparing. Let me find it. Did I put it up here? See, we got to get smart. Comparing this clown on your right to this accomplished woman on your left. Let me tell you something. Nothing against Candace Owens, man. She got a black face, but I don't know what's inside of her. Let me. I can't put her ass that big over me. Hell no. But let me tell y'all, in case y'all don't know, because some of y'all go by this mess on here, and y'all listen to what these people say to y'all, and y'all just and you'll go with it. But let me give you some. Fonnie Willis, the one in the red, pink, whatever that is. That's Fonnie Willis. Graduated from Emory University, School of Law in Atlanta in 1996. And she joined the Fulton County District Attorney Office in 2001. In 2018, Willis opened her own law firm in Atlanta, where she specialized in criminal defense and family law. Now, this other one on the right, this other one, Candace Owens, wow, she pursued an undergraduate degree in journalism at the University of Rhode Island. She dropped out after her junior year because of an issue with her student loans. Afterwards, she worked as an intern for Vogue magazine in New York. And that little wench had nerves to come on TV and call Fonnie Willis ghetto for her performance in court. Am I missing something here? Am I missing something here, America? Am I missing something here? You got the nerve. See, she is one of those people. Y'all got to get this book. I ain't had a chance to read it, but it's called The Grift. Grift. The Grift. Grifters, con men, the grifters. The downward spiral of black Republicans from the party of Lincoln to the cult of Trump by Clay Kane. It's called The Grift. It's called The Grift. She wanted the names mentioned in that book. She wanted the name. Let me get off my screen because I don't even want on my screen. You can't be around here calling Fonnie Willis ghetto with your bougetto ass. Excuse my language, kids in the class. Sorry, don't y'all use it. Sometimes you got to be profane to be profound. But let me get back to this. Let me switch. Let me go. I was thinking about something. It's playoff time. Talked a little bit about it earlier. I might be all over the place today. Coaches have lost the ability. I'm glad you're here, all my coaches, and I need y'all to share the show because I need some more coaches on here. Coaches have lost the ability to walk in a gym and tell me who the best player in the gym is. I thought about this because somebody sent me something like this, and I thought about it because I went in the gym, the game the other day. And all of those players were the same. All those players. Walk with me, Trey. Walk with me, Trey. Walk with me. Y'all walk with me. Mindy. I wish it'd become a time for all the college coaches. No evaluators, no video recorders, none of them, no handlers, nobody. All y'all get y'all ass out. No people who write up on, all y'all out. Just college coaches. Walk in, just put a number on the player. Don't put 1, 2, 3 so you can know who the player is and all that. And y'all just sit here and watch the game. No stars, nobody telling you who, and watch the game and see can you pick out the player. See, they walk in, they pick up paper, they see who's number 1, number 2, how many stars you, number 1, 2 stars. They have preconceived notions before they walk in the freaking gym. See, suppose you was a coach, don't know who that kid was the other night, one of the best kids in the country, supposed to be one of the best kids, and you walk in the gym and his big ass don't hit but 6 points. How would you evaluate him then, coach? If ain't nobody been kissing his ass and telling him how good he was and all of that. Can you walk in the gym? That's why somebody gonna ask me what I look for in the gym. Troy, that was a good question. What do I look for? Man, Troy, something got to catch my eye when I walk in the gym. I supposed to leave that gym saying something. Always told my son that. Every game you play, they supposed to be leaving out there saying, who in the hell is number 5? You done wasted your damn time if don't nobody come out of there saying, who is number 5? Who is that dude in them goggles? You got to do something. These kids just show up because everybody done kissed their behinds. I play on so-and-so team. I play for so. Greg Morris. Eric Boone. You got to catch my eye when I walk in the gym. You all that cool ass, cool ain't good. See, y'all got to realize, I don't walk in the gym that much. The players that y'all hear me talk about and hear me go see, they never disappoint when I go. They gonna do something that makes me say, I ain't saying they play perfect. No, high school kids are not gonna be perfect. But you got to do something to say, hey man, who is that? Who is that? But you know how these people, but they winning, they kicking everybody's butt. The USA team beating all the people all over the world. Well, you know what you're looking at? You know when you see one. Ain't nobody got, I don't need no sheet of paper. I don't need no magazine to tell me who can play. Because half the people y'all play, saying this, man, when I go see their ass play, they don't play that good. They never play good when I go. I'm just keeping it real. You can get mad at me all you want. I told y'all to share the show. Coaches have lost the ability, y'all, to walk in the gym and just tell me who the best player in the gym. Because they got these sheets. Y'all don't tell me who to go watch. I never forget. One of my laughing things, me and Robert Carroll always got this little thing. Because I never forget, we come to the game, he talking about, oh, this dude here going to do this. This dude here going to do this with your boy. And Bryce Griggs just annihilated it. I said, man, don't you ever tell me about no player again. Don't you ever tell me about no player again. Tracy White, I don't know you, but I don't like your comment coming. You ain't been on this show enough to come on here and talk about, unfortunately, what would never happen. I don't even want to hear that. That mess right there, I just don't. Listen, we don't want to hear that on this show. I don't care how much money involved. Most of them dudes leave there don't even have no damn degree. You come talking about, unfortunately, that would never happen. I want to hear that. I want to hear. But don't tell me who to watch. If he's that good, I'm gonna know who he is. If he's that good, I'm gonna know who he is. I don't need nobody to tell me who they is. And these coaches, that's why the transfer portal's so crowded. Cause the coach ain't really recruited these dudes, man. They said, okay, he can play. He can play. He can play. Howdy, he can play. You don't have to tell me who nobody can play, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you call and tell me, because I'm going to tell you what. Because you look at the game different than the way I look at it. When I walk in the gym, I'm going to tell you who the best player on the floor is. My eye test is still the best evaluation of talent. I need to see it. Y'all keep the fake paperwork all you want to. That paperwork and food the hell out of a lot of y'all. I'm at a game with a partner of mine the other night. He come talking about and trying to talk up the two teams. Because I've been watching them. I've been playing them. I've been watching them. And both of them stunk. One of them had to win, but both of them stunk the place up the other night. See, only thing I can go by is what I see. And then he tried to make excuse. He used to do this. He used to do this. He ain't doing it now. He ain't doing it now. What the man said? You can play chess all you want until I put you on the clock. Sean Davis. Don't tell me what to watch. I keep trying to tell y'all youth development. It's broken. We got talent. I didn't say they didn't have talent. I'm trying to see, because I know when you got talent with fundamentals and IQ, because without those two, without talent, without fundamentals and IQ altogether, everything else is just a mirage. The combo of two is a recipe for domination. I keep telling y'all, I'm not trying to teach players. If your son have the ability to be able to be in the gym with me, I'm teaching him how to dominate, not compete. Compete is the price of admission. If your ass can't compete, I don't even want to be. You got to compete in everything in life. You got to be the best teacher. You should want to be the best, whatever you are, the best, the doctor, the best lawyer. You should want to be the best, young people. Because I want y'all to be the best at everything, because I want y'all to be smarter, because they got people out here thinking our young people are so unsmart. Watch this.
Interesting, as you see black support eroding from Joe Biden, this is connecting with black America because they love sneakers. They're into sneakers. They love this is a big deal, certainly in the inner city. So when you have Trump roll out his sneaker line, they're like, wait a minute, this is cool. He's reaching them on a level that defies and is above politics. The culture always trumps politics. And Trump understands culture like no politician I've ever seen.
Question for you on that point, though.
Yeah.
Will the people that are excited about the sneakers and excited about Donald Trump, will that translate into them going out and voting for Donald Trump?
Well, anybody willing to put $400 down for a pair of sneakers? Yeah, I think that's commitment and love. It's something.
You're right.
It's something. It's affection. Even
Do you see how they think about us? That's Fox News, by the way. That's Fox News. The same people who on the Fox stations, all of them. That's Fox. This is why we always have to have shows like this. These Republicans think that black voters outreach can be accomplished with rappers and sneakers. Killer Mike and all of them stupid. Charlemagne and all these stupid. Yo, that's why I tell y'all to share this show. Y'all ain't sharing this show for me. It's some people around the world need this information. And y'all just, well, I ain't gonna share it. I don't want them to get, I'm already popular. I don't need you to make me popular. I need these people to hear this. I'm like the preacher. I need these people to hear this word. Because I know when the word became flesh, it changed everything. If I can get this word inside of the right young people, I don't get upset about it. I get upset when we placate this thing. Like some perfect example. Soon as I say something about black families not not going to Alabama. We got somebody come on here and say, unfortunately, that'll never happen. The hell you know? Because you ain't going to do it? I ain't trying to get people acting. Let me tell you something. If they don't want to hire no black teachers, instructors in Alabama, my son ain't going there. It's other teams other than that. Alabama. I told y'all I don't like that conference in it. I call it the SEC, the Slave Economic Conference. Yes, I said it. Tweet it. Y'all think I be playing, man? They think that black people will move to Trump because black people love sneakers. Y'all ass, listen to what they saying. That's what Nike think about your black ass. That what Adidas think about your black ass. That what Puma, all these shoes, that's all they think about you. The higher ups out over there in Oregon, and y'all think them, man, we on the EYBL. Man, we on the EYBL. Man, I got a team on the EYBL. You are a pawn. Because I done been in the meet. Them people out there feel like them. Y'all ain't gonna never meet them. They sitting up there saying, look, y'all better go watch these old gangster movies. Y'all better go watch The Godfather. They said, look, we gonna sell this dope. But let's give it to the darkies. They ain't got no soul nowhere. Let's keep it out of our community. Let's sell this heroin to the darkies. Aaron Sam, I'm not playing no games with these people, man. I know why God put me in this position to be on this show. I know. I used to say, man, what the hell I'm doing? Wasting my time for 2 hours. Because some of our kids in the future going to need to hear this. They think that you going to vote for him because you love sneakers so much. I'll do anything. I will kill you for your Jordan sneakers. It's what they think of us. Because I showed y'all a minute ago. This is what it looked like and feels like to be black in America in the 50s and 60s. They trying to take us back, make America great again. This is what they mean. Right here. This is what they mean. They mean. In case your ass didn't know, if you're running around here with one of them hats on, that's what they mean. It's Black History Month. And for those of you who said America is not a racist country, Nikki Haley, South Carolina, governor, y'all voted for that. Welcome to American apartheid. Jim Crow. It's Black History Month, y'all. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Maybe if Brian Shaw said it, y'all would more be up there. A young fella came on yesterday. I repeated something that we've been saying on this show for 7 years. He gonna tell me, yeah, Brian Shaw said that on this podcast the other day. Forget, I wanted to tell him something else. But F Brian Shaw. We've been talking about this for 7 years. Just cause Brian Shaw said it. My high school players, my high school kids out here, going into the playoffs. I hope you're listening. Mom and Daddy, give them this part right here. Flattery, all this attention It's like perfume. Smell it, but don't swallow it. I'm going to repeat that to all my young people. This flattery, all this attention you get, smell it. It's cool, but don't swallow. I'm going to show you something. This type of coaching should have never went out of style. But with you soft-ass parents, it has. Where my coach at?
I have a choice. You don't have a choice. I have a choice. I got 17 other choices. You ain't got but one, and that's my choice. I'm looking at you because you one of them. What the hell you think I'm looking at you for? Because you one of them that think you got more than my choice. You don't have a choice but my choice. I got 17 choices other than you. You turning your head like I'm not talking to you? I have a choice. You don't have a choice. I have a choice. I got 17 other choices. You ain't got but one, and that's my choice. I'm looking at you because you one of them. What the hell you think I'm looking at?
Ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you arm yourself anytime you're on this show and I'm sitting here talking. Arm yourself with a writing instrument, please. I know a few people on this show. He always tell me when I'm talking, me and him just talking on the phone, he write notes. But I want you to arm yourself with a writing instrument. Not because of me. I'm going to tell you why. Because, especially those of you who are technologically savvy, there's an app that came with your free with your tablet and your cell phone that affords you and allots you space to take notes. There are some critical points and principles that I want to give to you today. And every time I'm sitting up here talking, especially in the beginning of this show, because physiologists have suggested that we forget 93% of what we hear. 93% of what we hear. And as a consequence, I can't afford for you to forget 93% of what I'm about to tell you. Because I work too hard to study and find out these things to just give y'all breadcrumbs so you can come and go and look. I'm not finna give you everything. We don't have but 2 hours. I just want to give you some, but I want you, anytime I'm up here talking, arm yourself with a writing instrument. Because 93% of this stuff you ain't gonna get. Just thinking you in your mind, you gotta take notes. Now let me get back to what I was saying. Let me get back. Coaches. I saw some. Let me see, did I download it? I hope I did. Yes. Coaches, talk to me. At what point did you give up trying to teach form? At what point? High school, college? At a certain point, it is just what it is. Talk to me. Tell me. Talk to me. At what point? Let me show you why I said this. Watch this. Watch this. The man can't throw a whale in the ocean. And coaches, at what is it a certain point you just give up trying to teach form? He got his own little routine and still miss all of it. And playing in Division I basketball, but he's very, very tall. I think about 6'11". See how tall he looked taller than everybody. But coaches, I just asked you a question. At what point do you give up? What point? I'm just asking y'all. I don't know. I ain't no coach. Got something else for you. Oh, This summer basketball high school day today. I got some more stuff I'm gonna sprinkle in because I always got to have a message. What happened to basketball IQ at the high school level? All I see is panic mode. Running plays just to run plays, not even looking at counters or taking advantage of a bad defense. I saw a little boy one time, made a move, and the dude fell down in front of him, and he had a wide open layup to the basket. And he started running the play. I need somebody to comment on that one, coaches. Somebody got to comment for me on that one. The boy fell down. Man had a wide open lane to the man called the play. Ain't nobody comment. Somebody share the show. Do me a favor. If you ain't going to comment, stay there. But share the show because you might have somebody who want to hear this. Or who want to talk. I need somebody to talk back to me today. Please. Y'all help me. Talk back to me because I got something to give y'all. And arm yourself with a writing instrument. See, what I done found out by talking to a lot of people, I told y'all, I got put in a position that now I get to go out of town and go on the road and call a basketball game in another region of the country. Walk in the building. No one's there because we're practicing. TSU is practicing. Walk in the building. Get to meet the people around the place. Sean. The average basketball watchers have no idea how hard you have to cut and sprint at the college level. My young people, Mr. Hatter is giving you a cheat sheet. Somebody better teach your little lazy ass to cut. Because I didn't seen so many lazy ass cuts in high school from players that's supposed to be good. I got a player other night, Herb Baker, you wasn't on earlier. How do you be a top 75 player in the country? A top player in Houston, a top player in Texas, and hit 6 points in an elimination game to go in the playoff in the first round? How? Willie Sullivan sits right on the front row. I know he knows how hard it is. Fans, mamas, and daddies, the average basketball watcher, I told y'all need to share this show right now. Everybody needs to share. Herb, I'm watching how hard you had to sprint to the ball. I'm watching U of H play the other night. How hard you got to sprint to the ball. Because if you don't, dudes like Jamal Shedd gonna go straight through your little ass and put you in the rim. Not mentioning, you better go find out for yourself. I'm not mentioning the young man's name on this show. All you got to do, Darryl Barnes, is go and see who's in the top 75 in Houston. See who's one of the top players in Houston and see who's one of the top players in Texas. And you'll know who the player is. All the basketballs you say you be watching around here and you don't know it's a top player we got scored 6 points and got their ass beat the other night 47-44? And you watch this show every day? Coach got kids playing like robots, have them scared. Kids don't play 3-on-1. Let me finish. Let's keep it real, because we're talking about development. I love development. In many parents and players' eyes, it's simply playing the most minutes and getting the most shots in a game and doing heavy pro skills training, working on things they'll like mostly never do in a basketball game. That's what people call development. This what people call development out here. They think my son is developed because he's getting the most minutes. No, because there's another person on your team that ain't just as good as your son, but he ain't good either. Your son just a little bit better at not being good than he is. No, it was not the young man at Pasadena Memorial. No, it was not. See, half the job that I've been watching, because talk to people, man. I don't understand the people I be talking to all over the country. Half the problem is getting the parents to understand the basics. It's just as important as the pro skills. If a player can't dribble with both hands, why would you complain about not working enough on an advanced dribble? How you want to learn how to shoot the James Harden step back? Your ass can't shoot a regular shot. But you want to do one of the most advanced moves by one of the greatest basketball arsenal players in the history of the game. A top 75 player. But you want to learn his move and your ass can't dribble. Parents. See, my question is, everybody out there, why did you start a club team? Did you start a club team to help kids get in college? Why? Trey, why did you start your club team? Who else got a club team on here? Why did you start it? Did you start it to get kids in college because of your kid? That's why I did. Or just to say you have a team? Listen to me. If my son wasn't playing, ain't nowhere in the world I was about to spend all that money. Telling you that right now. For him, I'll spend it. So I understand. I just be wanting to know some of the people's reasons. Did you start your club team to help kids get in college? I didn't start Franchise Hall Star to help no kids in college. That I ain't gonna lie to you. That ain't where I started. I had a little youngster that I had a chance to play with these other dudes and play with them. And guess what? I said, let's go. That's what I did. I said, yes, let's go with it. That's what I did. I just be want to know. Did anybody finish with both hands reversed? If you expect to be an elite player, you got to. Thank you, Herb. But I'm telling you, I'm listening to these parents, man. I don't know. I thought I'm become more closer to parents now than I was when my son was playing. I mean, now I guess they just think I'm harmless now because I ain't got no son in the game. They know I'm gonna tell the truth. But I know it need to be fixed. Top to bottom, we need full reevaluation. It's me. I said this before Adam Silver did. In basketball in this whole country. See, I get to travel around, y'all, a whole lot. And I love this game, and I love watching coaches coach. But we're doing such a disservice to our youth, man. With what's going on, and I got more, but Jimmy that came on, I got to bring him in, and I love to sit here and have these fireside chats with y'all because I had a kid that played in this. I had a son that had to go through the same exact thing that y'all going through. It's different. It's different when your flesh and blood is out there and you got people with all these agendas talking negative about your son, ain't talking negative about your son, or can hurt your son. They might not, hold up, somebody told me the other day, hold up. They might not hurt your son, but they ain't gonna do nothing to help him. You know, they got these little slick words. They might can't. They can hurt your son. You got to play the political game and all of that kind of stuff. Y'all listen to me. I know where y'all at. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all. Just make sure he's good enough. Then you don't have to worry about these dudes. And begging no dude, man, why the dude came to me, so why don't you let me help you with my son's recruiting? I said, man, if you don't get you got to be out your mind. Somebody that y'all look up to a lot. I said, man, you got to be out your rabbit ass mind to think I need you to help my son do any damn thing. No. Parents, that's why I'm trying to give you information so you can be armed and understand. I ain't trying to tell you what to do. I'm just trying to tell you the power you have. You ain't got to have no 7-footer. Your guard could be good enough. But if his ass can't shoot, if his ass can't play defense, if he can't pass that thing, if he can't defend, and he ain't tough, then we're gonna find. I'm gonna put that golf club in his hand for you. Because this might not be the game for you. I got a different agenda than everybody. I love this game of basketball. I always talk about basketball. I don't talk about the business of it. I don't talk about the. I spent 30 years worrying about the business of basketball. Now, I just sit back and just see. I'm in a place now. I just love seeing young men develop into all they can be, whatever they're gonna be. That's how I feel about this thing. But Jimmy, I got you now. What you got? What you got going on over there?
Man, now I know it's Baby Friday today. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's Baby Friday today. We got of course breaking news. The ex-football coach from Katy Paytow High School has been sentenced after being fired back a couple of years, 2 years ago, after improper relationship with two 15-year-old students. Not one, but two. And so he's been sentenced to 120 days in jail plus 8 years of probation. Once again, that's 4 months in jail approximately, plus 8 years probation for Lonnie Teagle. That's his name. He had just got the job. That team was expected to do big things. He's 39 years old, and just wanted to share that news with you guys. It's hot off the press because that's you guys may not realize this, but there's a lot of coaches out there that has been accused and within their school districts, in their files, of questionable acts with these young babies at these schools over throughout the year. And back in the old days, Hatter, I know specifically I can speak on Houston Independent School District because my mother was an employee there as an educator in there for a number of years. That when it was routine in HISD when a lot of the coaches would be accused of such measures, it was almost like they got a reward because the punishment would be the coach would get reassigned from the high school to the athletic department or to what they would call the warehouse. Well, like they keep different stuff, so you would get reassigned. So that means you basically getting the same pay, and you ain't got to deal with no kids, and you got a cake job, you out the way. And if anybody that went to an urban school, many of those schools have had coaches that got reassigned. And then what happens is the community would not uproar of it because there were so many of our kinfolk who was accused of in different families. It was so prevalent that was like okay thing. And if you guys, some of you guys that are coaches that are watching right now, you can feel free to chime in, or you can correct me if you think I done veered off the road on that topic. But I just wanted to make sure I cut the light on in the room on this. This Lonnie Teagle ain't the first and probably ain't gonna be the last. Just that you guys got to have better conversations with your kids and preparing them on how to combat those types of predators and and being in those situations. I can only imagine, boy. I can only imagine. But I wanted to get that out there now. Did you talk about that video that guy sent the other day? That guy posted the other day about the parents and paying and wasting their money or spending their money on the
No, we didn't
grassroots
talked
ball?
about that a million damn times. So he didn't say nothing. He
You know,
didn't.
sometimes remember I put it because sometimes the music sounds better from a different set of speakers. Not saying the speaker's better, but somehow to some people, their music just might sound better coming from a different set of speakers. They hear so and so say what we've been hitting on and all day long, and that is for
Okay,
those of you.
I can just they can hear it. Hold on.
For those, and as we do, here we go. Check this out. Share the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all hold up. This
Hey
guy.
guys, let's talk about the biggest waste of money in sports, okay? It is traveling all over the country and your son ain't even that good. Like this is just real talk, man. And this is for my family too. Okay. I told my daughter, I told my son, if you don't put in the work, if you don't keep your grades up, I'm not traveling out of town to see you get beat or to see you not run well, see you not play well. But you parents are so delusional with where your son is really at. Like, understand this. If your son is good, Oh, if he's not good, why would I spend thousands of dollars to travel out of town to see my son get embarrassed? Okay, when I can just stay local. But parents, wake up. If you're gonna spend thousands of dollars on your sons to play sports and to travel, he better put in the work. But a lot of kids don't really put in the work. And then you complain at the end when you don't get the result that you wanted to get, but your son never was committed. He never was committed. If your son is not working out on his own without nobody was telling him, then he's not worth the investment to be traveling out of town to play sports. And that's what I told my kids. I said, listen, if y'all want me to travel, to pay money, to invest in y'all, then y'all gonna put in the work. Hey guys, leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think about this. Hey guys, let's talk about
Huh. Wow. Where do I start on this one? It says, why spend thousands of dollars, travel all over the country when your son can stay local? And that's just that was an intro. That don't apply to everybody. He's basically what he said. If you were listening, not really paying attention, is that pay attention if your kid is putting in the work. If they're not putting in the work, the preparation, then why waste your money? Because at the end of the day, you're going to be the one complaining and overlooking the fact that this young fella or this young lady wasn't even preparing. If you have to convince them, if you have to drag them to go and work on their game and to get towards getting better, then that's a red flag. That's a red flag. And what happens is we spend the money first thinking that everybody out there has a magic wand. Trust me, guys, the best developmental people out there in the world, whoever you deem is the best, they don't have a magic wand when it comes to this basketball. You can't trick this basketball stuff. You can have the best teacher out there. I'm telling you, if the student ain't willing to receive, to learn at that moment, right now, then the teachings are going to bounce right off of them. They're not going to penetrate through the ears. Some of you guys may have been to church when you was little, or while you grown. If you aren't prepared to receive the message, that's why when you go to certain churches, especially in the South, they produce what they call praise and worship first. They'll play the music first to get you in a mood, in a spirit, so that you can receive that message wholeheartedly. In case you didn't know that. So, but if you ain't ready to receive and that music ain't moving you, ain't putting you there, then chances are that message ain't gonna saturate properly, where it ain't gonna hit where it's supposed to hit. So that's the same thing with these kids when it comes to working out. If they're just going through the motions, then they're not likely to properly apply what's been given to them. And that's the thing. And then everybody think they got it and they get it. You got to put in work. If everywhere you look, people are explaining you have to put in work. You have to put in work. You have to put in work. But then there's some kids, don't get it twisted. It don't matter how much work they put in. They need to probably channel that stuff somewhere else academically, because it is for some. Now at the same time, if that mama or daddy is paying you $50 an hour to $100 an hour to work out and develop that kid, and you seeing that it's a helpless case, that ain't no different than a mechanic. The good mechanics is going to tell you when to cut your losses. If you've never had a good mechanic, some of you guys, a good one is going to let you know, hey, yo, man, I wouldn't put no more money in this one. I won't put no more money in this motor right here, man. I'm just telling you. You can if you want to, but come on, man. You're not ready to put this into it. It got this many miles on this car. You might want to cut your losses on this one. Because we got to go all the way inside the motor. We got to do all this. We got to do all that. We got to change the heads. We got to turn. We got to do all this. And it still might not run right. I don't know many basketball developmental trainers that's that equivalent of good. That's gonna let the parent know, look, don't bring me no more of your money. Go get you a new car or a pre-owned from the lot, put your extended warranty on that thing, or get your warranty, because I don't want to take no more of your money. Y'all let me know where those guys at. Them the guys we need to promote. That's the trainers. That can adequately say they've turned down and let the parent know, that's been taking money to say, no, I don't want no more of your money. That's the part. That's the part right there. Bookmark that part. Also, we got it's 24 minutes past the hour. If you guys haven't shared the show, it is definitely time to do so right now. We are going into this weekend. A lot of stuff going on. We got boys playoffs resume. Actually, tonight there's one game locally. There's a couple of games around the state tonight, this evening as well. And also we have but the bulk of the games on Friday. We have girls regionals will tip off and take place on Saturday. I'm sorry, on Friday evening. And the Campbell Center, I think we'll be jumping on the Campbell Center will be jumping on Friday, and I have the schedule right here in front of me. It's Hightower and Pearland at 6 p.m. and Seven Lakes and Summer Creek at 7:30. That's Friday night at the Campbell Center. Then on Saturday, 2 p.m. is the championship. Now, meanwhile, we're talking girls playoffs, regionals right now. I'm looking for the girls region 2. That is, we got action, and that is Cy Lakes and DeSoto is at 7:30, and Cy Springs is against Duncanville. I really like that matchup. It's Houston, Dallas. One district versus another district. The first and second place in District 11, 6A versus the first and second place in District 16, 6A. And I'm not sure where. I know the 6A, the boys is in Lufkin. Anybody know where those girls region 2 is? Y'all be sure to share the location of the region 2 girls, Duncanville and Cy Springs, DeSoto and Cy Lakes. That's a double header on Friday night. That should be definitely a dandy. Now, in regards to boys, we do have the boys brackets posted on rcssports.com. They had people going all over looking at the Max Prep site and getting misled. And if I go to, that's one thing about misleading information. If your info ain't proper, then a person is going to be reluctant to cite it in the future. But we have the brackets along with the sites, the locations, the times, and they're updated in a very timely manner right after those games are concluded. You guys can go and check that out on rcssports.com as well. Some of the matchups, of course, in the first round, there was only 2 area 4th seeds. Well, I'm sorry, 3 that knocked off a number 1 seed. First one would be Jack Yates knocked off LaGrange in the first round. They beat them 81-52. Yates will play Waco Connolly Friday, 6 p.m. at A&M Consolidated High School. That's part of a doubleheader with Mickey Leland will play afterwards against Waco La Vega. So it's 2 HISD teams versus 2 Waco ISD teams in a doubleheader on Friday evening. Of course, Yates lost the coin flip. They were attempting to flip to play on Thursday, which would be today. You don't win them all. You guys know Greg Wise is going to always flip to play one day early. That gives, and it ain't necessarily, his strategy is simple. That gives the other team one less day to study or prepare for playing against Jack Yates. He's always maintained that stance. That's one of his signature things. If you ever playing Yates in the playoffs, you can probably get what you want if you give him the day and y'all don't even have to flip. I'm giving you a piece of the game. If you got something that you might want a certain location, a certain neutral site. He ain't gonna just give it all of it's a neutral site that you kind of favor. And you really want to play that, don't want to play nowhere else. Let Greg Wise or Jack let him know. Tell you what, coach, we can just save both of us some time. We don't even have to flip on this day. We can play on that day early, but let's play as long as we can play here. Tell him you got that from the Chop Shop. He'll start laughing, and then he'll do it. Also, a 4th seed that beat the number 1 seed, Tomball High School upset Cypress Falls. I really had Cypress Falls written in on my bracket to run to the regionals. I had them to win 3 straight games and would land up in the regionals playing against Duncanville. I think that was the only team that we had in that quad that could actually. Now, this is not a powerful Duncanville team this year, but a lot of the teams aren't that powerful that's in Region 2, in that quad especially. So now it's what? Somebody between Tomball, they're gonna play Nimitz Friday, 7 p.m. at Cypress Creek High School. Klein Oak is going to play Grand Oaks, right? On Friday as well. Now, those 2 winners will play each other on either February the 26th or the 27th, with the winner of them going to the regionals next Friday night. So that means between Tomball, Nimitz, Klein Oak, Grand Oaks, one of those teams will be in the regional semifinals. I say it again. Between Grand Oaks, Klein Oak, or Nimitz and Tomball, one of those 4 teams is going to make it there. Klein Oak is the favorite right now. They're the favorite right now to advance through that. Don't get it twisted. Nimitz, you can't never count those guys out. That they've been playing. Those kids come from Jones Middle School, which was one of the semifinals, I think, a couple of years back at the middle school city championships. The thing is, one of their key players transferred out. Actually, 2 of them. I think one might have been ineligible this year anyway, but went to Legacy, the School of Sports Science. And so that kind of kind of hurt them a little bit for the chemistry, some of their punch, but they're still good enough. They beat Willis the other day. Big win for Nimitz. Got the monkey off their back. Talking high school basketball playoffs. Speaking of Duncanville, they're going to play Wiley East. That's tonight, 7 p.m. at Hebron High School. And the winner of that will await Weiss, who's the first seed in District 12, and Rockwall, who's the third seed in District 10, 6A. So those are good matchups on that side of the bracket. We're talking Region 2 right now. Westfield and Cy Ranch. I really, really like that matchup. Westfield and Cy Ranch. Westfield has just been grooving along, man. Coach Goffney picked up his 500 win last month. And, you know, this team, you got to realize, this Westfield team is 2 wins away from the regional, right? And think about it. This is the team that had Zion Pipkin in the lineup as a 9th grader on varsity 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But I like the Westfield team. I also, you understand, this is a matchup of a few good 2025s will be on that court. Well, one 2025 and a couple of 2026s. That is, of course, the young fella from Westfield, Jeremiah Cooper, and the young fellas from Cy Ranch, Josh Goodwin and Jacob Willowfoot. And they're both currently ranked in the top 10 sophomores on rcsports.com. But this Westfield team, they just keep coming at you in droves. They have some good little guards that can get down. It's going to be hard to contain them from advancing that ball. Now, once they get that ball to Jeremiah Cooper, if he gets early touches, then he's going to rebound more. He's going to want to rebound more. But if you're not letting him get a touch or two early on, then it could be a long day for Westfield against this Cy Ranch team. Cy Ranch is a team they can get out in front of you and they'll give it all back because they're youth, not closing on out, but they're talented. I'm telling you. College Park and Langham Creek. Langham Creek pulled off a big win over Klein Kane the other night, but College Park, man, they're similar to they're a small machine over there. These guys at College Park have been rolling since the first game of the season. They beat Silsby by double digits and they ain't looked back. They've won 31 games this year. I think College Park may have only lost 3 games all season. Now, this team is a team that if anybody in Region 2 mess around, College Park can go to state. They can go to state. They shoot the ball, they share the ball, they defend the ball just that well. They don't have, and it's teams like that that come through there. Think about it. They don't have no player with, no prima donna on the team. And they're fairly young. A lot of those guys come back next year from this College Park team. So that would be the only thing that can get in their way would be their youth, their inexperience getting that far. If they make it that far, Remember Quentin Grimes? That's his alma mater. Is the College Park High School, and I don't think this team made the playoffs, but 1 year when Quentin Grimes was there. If I'm not mistaken, you guys correct me if I'm wrong. I think his senior year was the only year that College Park made the playoffs when Quentin Grimes was was there. That was a pretty tough district, And but he found a way to put it together and got him in that playoffs as a senior for sure. In 5A, and by the way, it's 38 minutes past the hour. If you haven't shared the show, do so right now. Now, Doug Jones is typing you guys some of the names from that College Park team: Aiden Buckman, Ian Inman, Martez James. That's their threesome. And speaking of that, for teams that you expect to advance, and everybody can crumble up on a win in the postseason. But if you're going to get 2-3 wins, you have to you have to have your version of a big three. That's how you look at it. Who's the big three on this particular team? Then what you're saying, right? Who's the big three, right? And Buckman, Inman, and Martez James is their big three at College Park. Now, I'm looking at somebody that has a question. Paul said, didn't Westfield play in the Spring Creek basketball tournament in Mansfield earlier this year? I'm not sure if they did or not. Not sure. Trey Phillips say he coached the sister of the young freshman at College Park. Yeah. And yeah, and to confirm from earlier, in case you guys on the YouTube feed, that girls regional is in Lufkin. As for Region 2, Region 3 is at the Campbell Center. That's be same thing duplicated for the boys next week. Region 2 boys will be in Lufkin. Region 3 at the Campbell Center. 4A, which used to be in Lufkin, is at Bryan High School, right in the shadows of Texas A&M. And of course, 5A Region 3 is at the Berry Center over in Cypress ISD. I'm looking at some of the, of course, guys. A lot of guys are posting some of the matchups, or post who do you guys think is going to be the biggest, your upset of the week? You only pick one because law of averages. Give me one that you got. That way we can go back to it and you can screenshot it as you pick it. That way, if you're right, we come back on Monday, we can go and give you props for calling it. Your upset of this weekend on the boys' side first. Then also, which girls team is advancing to the state tournament from your region? Give us that on the timeline. Make sure you share. Let me share what you guys went well. Matter way I see Craig Stick Lily is on the Facebook feed with us. He's shout out to Stick Lily, and I see Kendall Babin says, shout out to David Burrell at Wheatley High School to see what he's done with that program in such a short time is truly remarkable. I like what I see from Wheatley and David Burrell because he's an alumnus of that school. He really puts his heart into and bleeds purple and put his heart into that program. I can really honestly say that. When there's non-scholastic events, he's trying his best to collect his team. You realize it's a little bit harder than most to get them all to where they need to be. But Dave Burrell, guess what? He went and he hired Dwayne Rogers Jr. and he's on the bench alongside him. That helps adds a element of toughness, to some of those kids. Then also he went and he hired former head coach of Wheatley High School. What's coach? What his name? Coach Elgin. I'm out of man. One of the former head coaches. he hired alongside him. You guys help me out in the boom boom room. That's why I got to look it up in my phone. I can look at my address book, but I can get it quicker from you. There you go, Coach Elder. I know it didn't sound right. I was saying Elgin. It's Elder. Marcus Elder is his name, and that gives him the experience factor of a coach that's kind of been through the rigors and been there and done that. So he has a good blend on the bench with him now, and they have talent. If Wheatley is throwing it, Wheatley has enough talent to, once again, this Wheatley team is playing Robinson High School. Robinson was a 4 seed that upset a 1 seed by 20. Wheatley has no business losing to this Robinson High School. So know what that means? That means Wheatley will be in the 3rd round, waiting on the winner of Waco La Vega and Mickey Leland. And Wheatley has played Mickey Leland twice this year, right? They've played them twice this year, and I think they split in the district on the season. If I'm not mistaken, I think they've split. I'll look it up for you guys right now, and Wheatley beat Mickey Leland 73-46 on February the 7th. And they lost to them 56-49 back toward the end of December. So they split on the season, as I just stated. I'm looking. Wait a minute. No, was that a 21st, 21st? No, that was a 21st, 22nd, 23rd. That must have been the HISD tournament. Anyway, it looked like I'm missing on something on the matchup because the way that those days fall. They played on the 20th, they played on the 21st, then they played on the 22nd. Yeah, so that had to be the HISD tournament. So they had to play Mickey Leland again, and this must not be showing on the schedule on this results. But I'm looking right now. Walt Yates says Jimmy Wheatley or Leland will make the regional, and Silsby would beat the brakes off either one of them. Silsby is supposed to beat the brakes off either one of them. But once you get down there, it's the reason they call upsets. I tell you one thing, they would much rather play Mickey Leland than to play a Wheatley if they get that far. Because Wheatley will have many more fans in the stands than Mickey Leland. Mickey Leland doesn't have any history. That school just came about approximately almost a decade ago, less than a decade ago. So they don't have the alumni base. And they actually resides, they dwell in Fifth Ward. That's the old E.O. Smith Middle School. Is Mickey Leland. So I'm telling you, you get there and you get to messing around, you get the right set of country ass refs, because they would bring refs from another region. Once you get to the regional, they bring refs from another region. And in a lot of regions, they're not privy to the athleticism and the the physicality of a lot of the games that take place in Region 3. So that's why it's easy. It ain't nothing for a kid to get hit with 2 quick fouls. But boy, if Wheatley can win, they got to get past this game first and don't let a 4 seed upset them, because they're looking at that Robinson team is thinking like, well, hell, I'll be the 1 seed. I can surely beat this Wheatley team. We'll see. We'll see. And that's 7 p.m. at Rudder High School. Also, I'm looking, Doug Jones said it would be Wheatley and La Vega And Yates and Booker T. Washington, if Cam Wagner was healthy, I'd pick Mickey Leland. Cam Wagner got injured in the game against Booker T. Washington a couple of weeks ago. And that's why you see Mickey Leland has been sputtering, because that young man has not played. Well, he's played, but he's going through the motion. He's nowhere near 100%. Thanks. Forbes says in the state of Georgia, there are no neutral sites. Wow, I didn't realize that. So y'all have to play what, home and home in the playoffs? Wow. Kevin Freeman say the Region 3 finals bars official will be from the Kaufman chapter. Where's that at? What region is the Kaufman chapter? And Kendall Babin says Wheatley over Silsby is his. That's next week. We got time to talk about that. Babin. Kevin Freeman say Beaumont Westbrook over Shadow Creek. That's your upset of this weekend. Kevin Freeman say Summer Creek girls advance to the state tournament. Yeah, we know that. So Walter Yates is saying Beaumont Westbrook over Shadow Creek is their upset over the weekend. Y'all make sure y'all screenshot this stuff, because we're going to have some conversation. Some of y'all going to come to the front of the congregation on Monday. I'm going to look at this thing, and shortly I'm going to give you guys my... Now, an upset means a team that's lower seed pulling off the win, in case you guys didn't understand it. A lower seeded team putting off the win. Otherwise, it's not, there's no way that's an upset. So I'm looking the lower seeded team, one, and it wouldn't really be an upset, but a lower seeded team. Katie Jordan is going. They were a third seed over number one seed Cy-Fair. Katie Jordan over Cy-Fair. I'll give you one. That's one to put in your pocket. Seed King over Clear Lake. Seed King was a 4 seed. Don't bet against Damian Mobley right now. He been waiting on this postseason, on this moment. And also, speaking of high school playoffs, shout out to Kempner High School. They beat Madison, Kempner was a 4th seed. And they beat Madison 91, I want to say the 53. They beat the stuffings out of Madison, right? And here's the thing. Somebody sent me the video. They had a brawl after that game. Madison High School had been on the news. They find their way on the news every other damn week for something. This time, it's a star football player who's on the basketball team. And he had just signed with Blinn Junior College a couple of weeks ago. And he lost his mind in putting his hands on a couple of kids. Big size event. Lost his mind. And that caused a skirmish that lasted about every bit of a minute. It's a long time, guys. Remember I told you the average person got about 20-something seconds in them squabbling before they take a deep breath. You can hold 20 seconds, count to 25. If you can stand 25 with the average person that ain't no boxer, they got about that's all the punches they got in them before they start getting wobbly. But Hal, I don't know if you saw that video or not.
I said I didn't want to see it. I didn't care. I've been seeing too many fights. I saw the fight.
I mean,
I didn't want to see it. I told you, man. I'm sick of that trauma porn.
it's
trauma, man.
Understand. Madison, the game is over. This was during the handshake line. And we just talked about a handshake line. I think that was a conversation that they had when didn't somebody just do something in the handshake line?
Yeah, Texas Commerce and Connie
Word. Yeah, that was just the other day. Yeah. And I'll be damned if they on the same or a day later, these high school kids, and it's really a conversation now. Remember, just 2 years ago, coming out of the COVID, there was no handshake lines. I'm really leaning toward the side of the fence that's out of this. The coaches can go and shake hands or dap. The players don't have the understanding. A lot of the players don't have the mental nowadays because it's too easy for a person to whisper something going through that line and trigger somebody.
I never forget this. Doug Jones know this. He was probably there. I never forget when Westside played against Travis and the Twins beat Westside. And all the Westside players just left. They just left. Because their game was so heavily contested. They just left off the floor and went into the restroom. And people got mad at them for doing that. But that game was so contested, it probably would have been something. If one of them got it probably would have done something. So that's what people don't understand. But I know they talking about. I don't know, Jimmy. This is an old archaic rule. I bet you can't nobody even tell you when it even happened or when it was where its origin came from. But no, it's no rule that say you have to. Do the UIL say you have to do it? Is that in the UIL rules?
I haven't looked and saw it in the rules. A lot of coaches are watching the show right now, so trust me, that's their job to know the handbook. I think it's an act of sportsmanship. That's how it started. And my thing, like I say, nowadays, with more and more, you got to think about it. You have coaches getting into it in that line. Rodney Terry got into it because the kids now, they have lesser respect for the elder.
Hold on. She said, what about teaching kids self-control? Self-control, Karima, that went out the damn we trying to prevent this damn fools. See, some people got self-control, Karima, and some people don't. Some of you damn parents got self-control, and some of y'all gets damn out of hand. And y'all trying to tell some kids to be? No, y'all trying to y'all think about it. We got a whole acronym, PGWs, for parents that ain't got no damn self-control. And you expect for these kids to have self-control? In Never Land, in one of those Jimmy, in one of those what I call it? I mean, in some fictional place somewhere. Karima, self-control. I know you didn't say that. How about teach these kids a little self-control? Let's teach these old ladies. How in the hell they gonna have self-control? The parents ain't got it. So we just trying to stop a brawl. Because it seems to be more and more and more. I ain't gonna lie. Every time in the SWAT, I be nervous. I be watching for the handshake line, Jimmy, because those games are so highly contested. I'm sitting over there looking, man, I hope don't nobody swing on nobody. And you tell me we got to teach. Man, come on. Can't teach shit. We ain't teaching. Them kids ain't doing everything we teach them. Some of these kids ain't got no self-control. So I don't believe in just the self-control part. No. Can't teach that. Sometimes you can't legislate somebody's mind. You can't legislate hate. You know, self-control, of course, everybody's supposed to teach their kids self-control. But shit, how you gonna teach it and you ain't got it? But I just had to add that, Jimmy, because I just don't want nobody. Don't get fooled by teach. Well, let's teach everybody self-control. It's gonna always be one damn fool, Jimmy. Jimmy, we all in the club one night. I never forget having the time of my life downtown. Youngster. Kareem. Somebody in the club shooting. All of these pretty girls in the club, you want to come in and shoot a dude. But, well, Robert, we got to practice self-control. Hell no. I was trying to get out that back window. That's what I was trying to do. But I understand what you're saying. But, man, self-control in this basketball, man, is crazy. It's crazy. It's just crazy. I'm just telling you. Well, what else you got, Jimmy?
Yeah, man. That's that. And Paul, when I said, when did the handshake become an like? I mean, if you're paying attention when social media, with the emergence of everybody's recording now. Think about it. This video wouldn't have been out there 5-10 years ago. Everybody's recording somewhere. It seems like right now, everybody's recording.
See, watch this. See this kind of stuff. You're talking about self-control. Okay, watch this. You're right. The jails is full of people. You're right about that. After the Dixons and Pearland game, a kid was using his finger like shooting a gun to the Dixon crowd after the game. And them law hogs, what did he say, them law hogs, tied his ass out the jail. What hog tied him out the jail? So, them law hogs. I ain't never heard that one before, Jimmy. Law hog. Them laws hog tied. Oh, I'm sorry. Them laws hog tied his ass. I'm sorry, I read it wrong. Hog tied his ass out the gym. He should have. He should have. But guess what? That kid should have had self-control, Karima. Karima, the thing is, they don't have self-control.
Which app do you want to listen to this on?
Look at Siri trying to talk. Siri, I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
I mean, I just sit that thing to your phone, and as I'm talking, you got. I mean, this HISD is known for police officers, an surplus of police officers at many of their events. Last night, or that game in Madison and Kempner, had a lack of officers present. So you can't, let me tell you one thing you can expect in the future. If Fort Bend ISD gotta play HISD, that's gonna be a prerequisite. If they lose that coin flip for Butler, they're gonna have to have at least a half dozen officers there. Why is it so many officers when Wheatley is playing or when Yates is playing? Right?
Yeah, big fella. I'm sorry. Big fella started that. Keep going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, wholeheartedly. I sent a thing to Sanders. Sanders say both. If I
was his daddy, I don't care how big it is. I'm me and him going to the woodshed. Y'all got to call CPS on me. Yeah.
Understand something. Mm-hmm. A team. You guys, I'm talking for those who have seen that footage of the video of the Madison and Kempner.
I just saw it.
The reason why I'm talking about it and I'm expounding on it is because if we don't say, sometimes when you say stuff, it becomes embarrassing. Only then does it become embarrassing, because otherwise people think it's okay that everybody forgot about it. So I'm saying it that way now. Shame on that big fella, that player. He's the tallest player on Madison's team. He's
and grab the littlest dude out there.
That's exactly what I'm trying to get.
Big old ass coward.
Now, mind you, you could tell from the handshake line. Yes, it did, Doug Jones. You asked it to start the hand. It started actually from the handshake line, because you could tell as he walked by, his neck jerked back at somebody he had passed up or had just passed him up. And when that happened, he chased. The little fella did what he's supposed to do. Let me get away from this big old ham right here. And he chased and he caught the fella. on the opposite side of the court, and then went to swinging on this young fella. And it didn't stop there. That was just the start of the physical component of it. And, you know, Madison, in case this is Houston, Madison, they were in the news last week over the cell phone issue at the school. The principal had deemed that no students can be allowed to possess a cell phone after school have started. They had to check them in at the front gate at the office upon arrival. That caused that story went national. And so now you're in the news again, possibly because of this. You know what? If I'm Coach Mara over at Yates,
Coach
over
Morrow.
at Madison.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm Coach Mara at Madison High School, he's been there for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seriously considering getting the hell up out of there. Because shit rolls downhill.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get blamed for this.
And there are certain age, as we get older, and the younger batch of kids are coming up, the ability to successfully communicate and influence those kids to follow your lead or do what you say is going to be minimized. I would strongly consider getting the hell up out of there. I know you should have enough years to retire. And because you're going to get the blame for everything that happens. This team went 14-0 in district. Nobody gives a damn what you ate for breakfast, only what you had for dinner. They don't care about the 15-0. They care that they know that you lost to Kempner and you were the first seed and they were the fourth seed. That's what I'm trying to tell you about this stuff. This basketball. Somebody said, who that you posted up? That was the official that you posted up there, Hatter?
He said him and his guys, they get together and in the final moments of the game, if they recognize tension. This may not happen with all officials, but he said I'll mention it to both coaches to see if they want to take a chance on the gathering of the handshake line. That's just me and his crew do that. That's smart there, Johnny.
Yeah, that's really smart. And that's not every.
Oh, the refs know what's going on.
Refs hear mostly everything.
Right.
Now they act like they don't hear mostly everything because that means it'll be a stoppage in play every doggone tripping down the court. But the refs, that's like a ref. And if the coach saying something to the ref when the call is made, that ref instead of coming, the ref that make the call is supposed to go toward the scores table and give the jersey number of the foul or whatnot. That ref is supposed to do that. Then they rotate in a triangle. Well, if that coach over there giving that ref the blues, then sometimes that ref will go and stay on the other side, and one of his after he get a signal from half court or back over there and go back to the other side and let his partner take his place. That way he give that coach a break from getting on his nerves or whatnot. Or his fuse is kind of short. Guys, I don't referee, but you don't have to. That's paying attention. Common sense and paying attention. But man,
is that it? So you done talked about all the things 2:00. You done talked about all the games.
No, I talked about the ones need to. In case you missed, I asked everybody to submit what game they think is going to be an upset. What's your upset? I gave 2. Upset mean a lower seed beating up a 1 seed. That's what I call an upset. A lower seed beating up a 1 seed. And I picked Katie Jordan beating up on gonna beat Cy-Fair, right? And then my other game I picked was Seed King. Well, Clear Lake was a 3rd seed, so they ain't. We'll scratch that. It got to be a 1 seed involved. Now, Walter Yates and Kevin Freidman are both on the record claiming that predicting that Westbrook is going to beat Shadow Creek. I know you're going to have a conversation with both of them. Call them to the front of the room.
No, hey, let me tell you something. It's possible in a game. It's a game.
Ain't no possible. This ain't Kevin Garnett.
No. I'm just telling you. But I'm with Shadow Creek all the way. I ain't care about no Westbrook. I'm with Shadow Creek all the way. I mean,
Ashton Simmons versus Michael Collins.
No, I know you ain't going there yet because you was talking about the other kid it's Ashton Simmons versus who you been talking about when we talk about that? You've been talking about Bryce Jackson. Why don't you say that?
The other team had no Division I prospects nowhere on that roster.
We ain't talking about that. But I'm talking about when you were talking about Shadow Creek, you didn't even mention Mike.
That was Shadow Creek versus Clear Springs or whatever.
But Jimmy, you mentioned Shadow Creek. For first day you did it, I ain't said nothing. Then the next day you did it, I said, hold up. How can you mention Shadow Creek without Mike? But now that he's playing against...
Hold on, time out. Yeah. I just mentioned Michael Collins yesterday for about 15 seconds. Yesterday. Now, you talked the day before that. I'm talking
about time when I was on the show. I didn't listen to you when you were on the show yesterday.
So the day before that, I explained to you, and I was telling you there was no need for a matchup. They were playing against some helpless ass kids. That team wasn't nothing. I'm the one that say that. So it wasn't no matchup. And I said, now, if you want to see, if you've never seen Bryce Jackson play before, this is an opportunity to see him play because he hadn't played most of the season. That was the ticket if you wanted to see Shadow Creek play in that first round. Now there's a matchup. There's two Division I prospects at least versus two Division I prospects at least. So now, but the more suitable one is a position, which is a matchup that one or both will guard each other during the course of that game by choice or by force. And that is Ashton Simmons, who signed with TCU. He's a senior. And Michael Collins, who's 11th grade over at Shadow Creek. Those two now this is a great measuring stick for Michael Collins because during his scholastic season, as he has emerged and as he has and moved the needle so forward, so over to the right, this high school season, there has been hardly a guard that he has faced that is as talented as Ashton Simmons. But he's a year older. So it's not an equal, it's like weight class. You're going up in weight class if you're a boxer. It ain't like I'm going against 11th grade, but so this is a measuring stick, a good measuring stick for Mike.
I got a question. Is Sheldon a guard?
Sheldon is a guard, but listen.
They played against each other and they guarded each other. Sheldon ain't better than, Sheldon is not a guard better than
a year older.
No. You said he haven't faced a guard.
I say he hasn't faced a guard.
Jimmy, that's too much. That's too much, man. It's too much.
This is an older guy. It's an older guy.
Matter. He's gonna have to play against him. I don't care about no older guy. You break about it. I don't.
That matters.
I don't care about it. It don't matter.
It can matter in the course of making decisions down the stretch. Experience does matter in certain facets. For some people, it do. For some people, it don't. So if it come down to it, the guy with more experience is expected to apply a higher intelligent quotient level in times of problem solving. Is expected to. It don't always go like that. But this is going to be a great matchup between those guys. Now, the thing about it, Beaumont and Westbrook, they're not known for actually scoring a lot of points. So I'm thinking it's going to be one of them games in the mid-50s, early 60s, tops, this type of game. Now, what else is at stake for Beaumont Westbrook that's an undercurrent is, you know how the Beaumont guys is when they get this time of year, they get the 4-9. Last year was 4-9 versus everybody. Well, this is the next game that Beaumont Westbrook loses will be the end of Andre Boutte's coaching career. He's resigning. I'm not resigning. Sorry, he's retiring from as a teacher and as a coach. So the Hall of Fame coach Andre Boutte, who won state championships with Port Arthur Lincoln. He won 2 with them. He won 1 with Beaumont Ozan with Kendrick Perkins. Was in 10th grade, and now it was athletic director of Port Arthur Independent School District. Came out of retirement to coach, and this is his last lap around the track. So Boutte is gone. So if they, I expect if everybody, when you're coaching, it's your swan song that you want to be coaching like it ain't no tomorrow.
Y'all better be glad I'm going out of town. Because I got to leave tomorrow. I'm going with TSU. Because I would be at that game. If I'd be there front and center. I'm going to have to watch it on something. Please somebody have it streamed. Because I want it. I'm interested. I'm interested in to see the game. I ain't gonna let
you gonna watch it on your thing though, right?
But I don't know if it's streamed.
Yeah, so it got to be on that high school.
The last one wasn't streamed.
Oh, it wasn't. Oh, the playoffs may not be.
Yeah, the last one wasn't streamed.
Maybe Little Daddy. Some of them games be screaming because Little Daddy. What's little fella name? Be announcing the games now to be in part of the media contingent in the area. I can't think his name. Let me tell you something.
Oh,
Lathan should maybe he might be working that game, or he probably can know if he's watching, or you guys know it's a live stream. That is you know what?
But let me tell you something. Everybody go to that game, and whoever got my number, text me everything. If we're not, if I'm not able to watch the game, I just want to know. I just want to know.
I'm gonna have see, that's the game that I actually had on my calendar. I told Doug Jones and Archie and Jeffrey Day, I'm going to that game. But then I realized, God dog it, I'm got to fly up out of here Saturday, so I'm going to miss the girls' finals. I need to go show my face at the girls' regionals. I got to. Sometimes you got to be where you need to be, even though you may not want to be there. I got to be, and I need to be at the girls' regional over at the Campbell Center. And so I cannot. Otherwise, I would have been there for that one, because not necessarily. Of course, the primary reason I gave before, the matchups, and you see, I haven't seen Bryce Jackson play yet still. So I want to see how him get eyes on him, because college coaches going to want to know. I know he's not all the way in basketball form. I need to see Micah Collins. Hadn't saw him since early in midseason. And Beaumont Westbrook. I saw them during the League College tournament. Last time I think I saw them. But I would love to have been there if Shadow Creek wins this game, and that would be the last to say I was present during the last game of Andre Boutte's career. And that's, it's just like, Boutte is a coach. Every time I text him how he texts back. If I need something, he give back. So that means if those type of coaches, they make your job easy.
Of course.
And a lot of people don't realize that. And I ask you guys for information sometimes, taking you 2 hours to give it back. Then you give it back. You don't realize I already got it by now. It's like college coaches. They call, ask for phone numbers. You don't give it to them. They going to get the phone number they need. You take your time if you want to. Might well just say, Coach, I ain't got it in my phone, rather than not reply to them at all. But it's going to be, those are just one of the many of interest games. Remember, we told you this region was wide open when the season first started. We said it. This region is wide open. The only team that was expected to be a power team that in the top 10 thing range that ain't standing is Summer Creek. And Summer Creek, that's different because a lot of moving parts wasn't even with the team no more. The head coach couldn't coach him. That played a big part. And don't be surprised now, Hatter, if Kenneth Coleman ain't the next head coach at Beaumont Westbrook. You heard that from me. Don't be surprised. Either Kenneth Coleman or Omar Sneed will be the next head coach at Beaumont
So that coach gone. So you already know that coach gone.
Oh, he's retired.
He's
retired. He's retired. It ain't official down. It's done deal. He's you know what? You want to leave the next guy with something to work with. and they got something to work with coming through the shoot.
Oh boy, y'all don't know. Can't wait till tomorrow. See, I ain't gonna
Well,
lie. I really can't wait. I'm really excited. I'm really because I like I'm with you, but I like the Beaumont team, but I love Shadow Creek. Y'all got to understand. Y'all can go with who y'all want to, but I'm a ride with Shadow Creek till the wheels fall off. That's it. That's the team. That's the team I like. So hey, I'm cheering for them.
Melvin, we gonna get ready to get up out of there. Melvin, do say what Port Arthur gonna do? Port Arthur should beat. They should beat Foster. They should beat Foster. I'm surprised if Port Arthur don't beat Foster. I'm telling you right now, I'm shocked.
Is that the Foster from here?
Yeah, that's big. Ruben went to the dad coach, Foster High School. I mean, Ruben Federer.
So how good is what's the team playing Casa Cedar? Because Mr. Talking all. What's the team that's playing against them?
They play tonight. They
play tonight?
Yeah, they won the coin flip. They played Thursday.
So so I can go to. Wait a minute, where they play
at Channelview? That's a lovely facility. You know, I mean, not lovely, I mean intimate.
Wait a minute, what time the A-Way play? Let me go. Is Clear Springs good?
I mean, they're like the Clear the team that Shadow Creek played. They like Clear Creek. You know, remember Clear Creek was a 4 seed, so this Clear Springs team was a runner up.
Clear Springs, they would have run up.
I watched them earlier this season, but wasn't really paying attention. You see what I'm saying? That was back at the McDonald's. I mean, at the Clear Creek tournament.
Let me see how far in the hell Shadow. What's the name of that place is from here? Shit, man. Boy.
Yeah, what you do. Let me tell you your play. There you play. You come.
I got something to do before that. So I can't make no plans. I'm just trying.
I'll just tell you, go right there. They got the Papados on I-10.
I ain't going no damn
Papados on I-10 and Federal Road and get you some crab legs.
Oh, Channel View out there where my man used to. What my man? He's still out there coaching.
He's still out there.
Hold up. Channel View. Okay. Channel View High School. Here it is. Let me see what I'm working with. Let me view a few routes. You know what, man? I want to go see them because that boy always running his mouth. And I like Htx Cedar. It's just I don't like freight. Yeah. I like tax free. I just don't like freight. So let me see how they take.
Another game is going to be very good. I'm telling you something right now. And that is Bel Air versus Travis. It's going to be very good.
That's tonight too?
No, ain't but one game tonight. Everything else is on Friday. Bel Air is in Travis Friday.
Somebody said save your gas. It ain't going to be worth it. Man, I ain't going out there. Thank you. Melvin Dudes, I love you, man. Hey, Melvin Dudes just stopped me from going. I ain't going no damn well. Okay, thank you. He said it ain't worth me riding way out there. Uh-oh. Yeah, I ain't thinking about y'all. I'm going to do something else. Hey, Jimmy, let me get out of here. I got to go. I'll see y'all later, man.
We got to get out of here. Who TSU playing this weekend?
Oh, we're going to Mississippi Valley and then going down to Alcorn. Yeah, get a little work in. Get that little sweet. Come on back home. We got Jackson State and whatever the team.
What Jackson State? Where you playing them at?
They coming here. Hey, Jim, I'm telling security they can't let your ass in the game because you will not be about there be heckling no guy. You ain't about to be heckling them kids, man.
Oh man.
No, I'm talking about Pine Bluff. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and Mississippi Valley, and then next week Jackson State here on that Saturday. Ooh, it's Saturday, 5:00.
Dang.
Saturday.
No.
And Alcorn State is Monday at 7:30.
Oh, it's Saturday at 5:00?
Saturday at 5. Next
That
Saturday.
means right after the regional is over with, I get there for halftime.
Yeah.
I get there for halftime.
That's all right. We don't need you there. We don't need you there. We ain't had you out there all day. We don't need you there.
I got to put
We've
my
been doing
eyes
too
on
good.
some things you got to put your eyes. You must be present to certain matches.
Think about this though. What y'all ain't thought about. We got Jackson State that Saturday, and the next Saturday at home, Prairie View coming to town for the last game of the season. Prairie View are trying to Jimmy. They own on a breathalyzer. They got Jimmy. They need to be resuscitated right now. They can't lose, Jimmy, because I think they about in 9th, 10th. I don't know what place they in, and you know we're gonna smash the gas on them that day. So let me tell you something. TSU, we done got into the meat of the season now. It's on. Fred, hey, he said, Herb told me he'll get you the ticket. Man, I got security on lock around there. They won't let your ass in there, Herb. I got security around that joint on lock.
And by the way, see, Daddy, you said what's the location? Travis and Bel Air is Friday at Wheeler Fieldhouse. Now get this. If you go to rcssports.com, look at the top, you will see playoff brackets. And you can click and print your own bracket for all of the games in the area from 4A on up. Also, there's another game tonight that I forgot. There's one more game tonight. Hitchcock is playing Anahuac tonight. In case you got
ain't no way in the world I'm gonna go to no game by no damn Hitchcock.
Well, no. They're not playing. They're playing neutral site.
All I know is I can't. I ain't gonna go out there because they ain't somebody said they worth me riding right there now. But guess what? I'm cheering for whatever team playing since dude cheering for against my team. I'm cheering against every team that Kevin Freeman cheering for. How about that? And I love the kids on that team. Kids just ain't against you.
You picking upset tonight?
Upset tonight. A one versus what you say? A one versus a what?
This a four. No, this
is a one versus the four. Upset tonight.
No, this is a
the team we beat was a four.
This run up.
Hey.
Dickinson came in first. Clear Springs came in second.
Upset tonight. I don't never seen. Hey, what's the coach name over there, Jimmy? I'm finna call him. What's the coach's Clear Spring?
At Clear Springs, let me tell you right now. That's Coach Hatfield.
Hatfield. Hey, Jimmy, send me Hatfield number. I'm finna call Hatfield and say, Hatfield, I know how to beat him. Hey,
you gotta give him your keys, your 5 keys.
No, the Robert Roode. Quit hating on my Roode. Hey, the Robert Roode. People been calling me telling I need to put the Robert Roodes on YouTube. Man, y'all quit trying to work me, man. But Jimmy, I got the keys. All you got to do, I got to find one dude on there. You hit 45, they'll get their ass whooped. How about that, Jimmy? Jimmy, somebody on that team got a 45 piece in them, like Ashton. What was that? Ashton Simmons did last week. Hey, that's how we get them. But no, y'all got to get out of here, y'all. I love y'all.
Yeah, boy. This going to be boy, I'm taking my iPad to the camera.
Jimmy, I ain't lying, Jimmy. I ain't been this excited since Hightower.
I told you guys this.
I ain't been this excited since Hightower went on their little run.
I'm see, if only now more parents as we move forward, bad thing we don't see you guys till Monday.
Yeah.
Well, and I'll be traveling. Shit. I'll be traveling. So I'll be traveling. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Me personally, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna be back in town. But if more parents can come on here like y'all just did today, and like Mr. Jackson just did, claim your team, rep your team, talk a little smack.
Yeah.
And guess what? That's good enough to keep it going. That's good enough to make somebody want to say, you know what? I was gonna watch TV tonight, but I'm gonna go see this other team play. And if that's what makes the ambiance creates the moment.
Yeah.
Now the kids got to play, but if you're there, it makes the ambiance is set. And boy, it's gonna be jumping. Ooh, boy.
Somebody said guard play is big in the playoff. Well, guess what? We good then. Hey, if guard play is big, hey, Walter Yates, if that holds true, we good. Hold up. We real good then, Walter Yates. Thank you, Walter.
I'm telling you now. I'm telling you. Remember I said about that. I mentioned that Travis game. That Travis and Bel Air. Man, whoever wins that game is going to the regional from that thing. Whoever
Bel Air?
wins that game. Whoever wins that game. Because think about Travis, they got
Jimmy,
the
I
new.
ain't gonna lie. I think every team can be beat.
No, I mean can be. I'm talking about, but you just some things we done seen and see. You've seen enough of these teams. You and some of the kids individually, you kind of know what kind of punch they pack. And if a kid
Well, if that's the case, Shadow Creek gonna win the whole damn thing.
they
If you use that,
they can.
so they got a punch. They got a punch. Ain't nobody got.
At the beginning of the season, this was with. I mean, I said this. I said this several times. I didn't know that Bryce would be gone this long, but that made him more well rested. I say, Shadow Creek, once they got the gate and was grooving around Thanksgiving time, I say, well, hell, if they doing this good without Bryce, when he comes back, it's going to be them and Atascocita. Atascocita has something that's part of their signature, part of their culture that I have not seen with a program since back in 2007 when BJ Holmes was at A-Leaf Hastings High School. Every player on that team wore knee pads. You know why? Because they took charges and they fell on the floor so much. And Coach Carter just made them wear yellow knee pads all the time, yellow or black knee pads. And so Atascocita take those charges. They take them like hell. A kid can get his whole grill knocked off. He'll get up and just be happy he took the charge. Mouth might be full
guess
of blood.
what?
He wouldn't even care. That's how happy they got.
How many charges they take on Ashton Simmons the other night? How many damn charges they had on Ashton Simmons? 45 worth? How many charges he had on him the other night?
That's a double overtime game. That's a high.
But how many charges they take on him the other night?
I wasn't at the game. I'm guaranteed they took some during that game.
They can take all the damn charges they want to.
But look at peel that banana back. It took 45 points to beat this team in 2 overtime.
No, it didn't. It just, guess what? It took 45 points from him. Wasn't nobody else going. So he said I had to take it up on myself.
You got Elijah Garrett?
Hey.
You got Elijah Garrett?
No, but he said, I'm finna bust these dudes. I got something on my man didn't miss with 2 shots, man.
But he was grooving.
He was grooving. The man didn't miss with 2 shots. He had some. And I hope he shot his wad the other night.
So that means
I'm hoping he shot his wad.
No, I mean, that was a good win against Pasadena Memorial. They slayed ended Robert Miller's career.
But I wouldn't have never thought. I mean, people were calling me. I wouldn't have never thought. I
You didn't think they would lose? You think they would beat Robert Miller?
I would have never thought they was gonna beat that team.
I did. Let me tell you why.
Robert Miller them beat them? Man, y'all know I'm behind.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you one reason why. One reason why. We can talk about it now. And like I say, you guys know the Chop Shop. Y'all laugh on it when we talk about other people's kids. When we talk about your kids. Then all of a sudden now you.
Yeah. I don't care about that no more.
Here's the deal. You got to take it like it, and it's good faith. Now, we it's in good faith. It's motivation.
Yeah.
Early in the season, when we saw Pasadena Memorial play, there was a young man that captivated our attention.
Jones.
His name was Chris Jones Jr.
Yeah.
And Chris Jones Jr. scored a 30. Then he came back the following week, scored another 30.
Yeah.
Then everybody was like, this dude, he's one of the best. You just been sleeping on him. We push him way up in the rankings. Chris Jones had 11 points the other night. Batman needed Robin. And at some points, Robin got to turn into got to display some Batman moments in any Cape Crusader.
Oh, yeah. You said they need 3 people.
Yeah. 11 points is very average for this kid.
But the score was low. It's a corner out, but the score was in the 40s. Like he talking about Butte gonna keep the thing into the 40s. Well, guess what? Long as Butte got 39 and we got 40, I'm good.
That's if you winning, Howard. Not if you losing. See, that's the difference. You got to jump out on
you have to just jump out and bust them right in the head. Okay, but come president, you heard what I said. Just jump out and bust him right up and send him on back to Dallas. Where Butte from? Where Butte from?
Beaumont.
From Beaumont.
Beaumont Hebert High School.
Yeah, let's send him on back, baby. Hey. Man, you know what, man? I'm kind of loving this. Listen, y'all, I have not been this excited about a high school basketball since Bryce Griggs was there. I haven't. That's the last time I was this excited. Y'all got me excited. I got Money Mike. I got Bryce. I got Kate Tate. I got Julian Coulier. Let me call the whole team. I got Aiden. I got who else I got over there? Jimmy. I got Ashton Jones. What's the other dude? I got Deuce. I can't believe I know all these kids' names. I got Deuce. I got Elijah. Jimmy. We got some work. We got some work over there, man. Y'all should have got me cranked up. Jimmy, I know all the kids on the team. That's crazy.
You just call the whole name like this whole band. You call the whole band out.
That's not good. That means I've been going to too many of their games. Huh?
So, Herb, I'm glad you asked this magic question.
Uh-huh.
And Herb, you says that that Chris Jones Jr. averaged 22 points a game.
Okay.
Right? Now, and he says, how many did Robert Miller have?
Hold up, Jimmy. Stop. Keep going. I saw something. Don't worry about it. I got Caleb Jordan. I forgot about Caleb. Caleb Jordan on the team. Michael Jordan's son on the team. Caleb, my bad, baby. I got Caleb. Yeah, coach, I told you I know the whole damn team.
What about the two kids that transferred away?
Let's talk about something else.
And remember I told you so crazy. This team here is supposed to have had, I mentioned earlier about the other team that had a young man that's at another school, and Westfield could have had Zion Pipkin still in uniform. He decided to transfer away twice. Now, Shadow Creek could have had
Stephen, we don't need no more guards. Coach, we don't need another ball beater. Jimmy, the guard spots are taken.
Okay.
We don't need it. Unless you're ready to come off the bench, the guard spots. Go. The guard spots are taken, Coach.
Hold on. We got some more smack talking.
Yeah, he said I got Paye. I got Paye too.
Paye, hold on.
I'm getting like Paye now.
That's Beaumont Westbrook. Beaumont United.
Yeah, that's a whole nother school. But he on the show too. He can say who he got.
Let me tell you something.
Huh?
If Beaumont United, guess what? Now they got Cade Dotson. That's a bad boy.
Oh, yes, sir.
That's a bad boy. Paye he started off really hot this season. But his plane leveled off.
But Jimmy, every time the kid, it's playoff time now, Jimmy.
And when he's been there, done that, you give him that in the playoff time. He didn't come through in the playoffs. He came through in the playoffs.
Hello.
He came through in the playoffs.
Okay.
Now, that's what I'm saying. He cannot retort back.
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
That inconsistency because Cade Dotson is gonna need you. And you know the X factor is?
Who?
With that Beaumont, that big old football ham that's in the middle. The big old, he nimble on his feet.
Yeah, I've seen
that big old football.
See, I'm gonna get him in foul trouble. See, Jimmy. I don't know how these coaches think. I'm getting his big ass in foul trouble quickly. But Jimmy, I can't wait.
He's smart.
I'm excited.
He's smart.
I've never been at this. Y'all don't understand. Michael Jordan said, why did he transfer? Now, who transferred, Jimmy? Because I don't even remember the players who transferred. Who were the players who transferred? I don't even remember.
One kid went to Hightower, went to Ridge Point. Jalen Singleton.
Okay.
You talking about from Shadow Creek?
Yeah.
Jalen Singleton is one. He went to Ridge Point. He played at Ridge Point. Well, played the season over with now for Ridge Point. And then, then they had another kid that went to Hightower.
Oh, Garcia.
Yeah. So that's two.
But Jimmy, listen to me. Those kids were smart. Jimmy, they got some dudes in front of them, Jimmy. Unless you just want to, Jimmy, them dudes were smart than me to get away. Dude, they ain't better than them dudes. So if I can't compete with these dudes, let me go over here somewhere else. Maybe I can be what you call it, Jimmy.
That's his name, Big Malachi.
Oh, no, I got something for you, Jimmy. I'm gonna use your word. Let me go over here where I can be the red ant. Cause it's some red ants over there.
Okay, but think about it. You left here. You went over there to be the Red Ants and didn't even make the playoffs. How tall would they make the playoffs? You want to sip? You want to sip on that? You want to sip on that?
I can't say nothing. I can't say nothing.
Ain't no feeling like winning. Ain't no feeling
Jimmy,
like winning.
Jimmy, I'm playing over here. So you said PG? I guess what you said? MPG, playing time. MPG, playing time. Okay, I got you. I'm with you. Jimmy, who was the guard at St. Thomas Episcopal? I don't remember him. They say he was at Hightower too. But I don't remember him. Some guard at St. Thomas Episcopal. Herb just said.
I got to think about it.
Yeah.
Got to think about it. Now, mind you, meanwhile, I heard you ask the question earlier. Let me answer your question. We talking about Pastor.
Y'all keep talking. Let me go put on my other outfit.
And he says, when we talked about Chris Jones only had 11 points. He said, well, how many did Robert Miller have? Remember, the team only had 44 points. So 11 is 25% of that, which, okay, that's, but I said they needed more. Robert Miller had 17 points, 14 rebounds, 6 block shots. That's what? It's about 30-some% of the output. Robert Miller, he needed, of course, obviously needed more. It's a 3-point, 1 possession loss. He lost by 3. Beaumont Westbrook won 47-44. Pasadena Memorial shot 39% from the field. They were 17 for 44. Well, Westbrook was 19 for 44. So they're pretty much the same in that category. Free in 3-point percentage, Beaumont Westbrook was 1 for 10. Pasadena Memorial, I keep saying Port Arthur. Pasadena Memorial was 5 for 18. They missed 13 3-pointers compared to Westbrook only missing 9. And then, of course, on the free throw strike, 5 for 7 for Pasadena Memorial and 8 for 11 with Beaumont Westbrook. So the key to that game, like I say, I'm just looking at it from outside looking in. They needed more. If Chris, in a game like that, you're opposite of Ashton Simmons, you're opposite of Elijah Garrett, that's the perfect setting for some game film that you could use to attract and to say, okay, college coaches, I've been telling you about this kid all year long, but okay, let me send you a clip of him versus this young man going to TCU, and he's guarding him. Let me send you a clip versus this other young man that RCS Sports has ranked in the top 5 in this area. Let me send you this clip against them, even though he's a grade younger than me. Let me send you this. That way y'all can see these are Division I prospects. And look what I'm going to do with. Those were moments that, and guess what? Everybody don't seize those moments all the time. Everybody don't always seize those moments, right? So, I'm looking, I'm checking, I'm reading a little bit. I'm checking you guys, reading. Mike Garcia said Coach President used to be a tough hopper himself from San Antonio. Oh, yeah. Melvin Dew said he had 5 dunks. Who was he? Who had 5 dunks? And Michael Jordan said another one went to Manville. Yeah, you had another one that went to Manville. Yes, the Byron, little BJ. That's another one. I forgot about him. He was technically there. Not sure if he was officially enrolled or not, but he was there. He was in one capacity or another. So that's pretty much it in the second. You guys, hey man, make sure you grassroots guys to get over to RCS Sports and list your team for the spring icebreaker. The spring icebreaker is taking place. It's less than a month away, and you guys see this thing right. This is the flyer. spring icebreaker, March the 15th through the 17th. It's going to be rocking. We picked up a team from Canada that has a kid in the top 100 in the country. They're coming. Team from Arizona, then registered. They're coming down with some pretty good players. Haven't seen that team before. I know them Canada got some fire. Also, out of staters, Mississippi is going to be in the house. Of course, we got DFW going to have. We got probably, oh man, I don't know how many. At least about 6-8 teams for sure that I know already from DFW. That's going to be in the house. Dallas Showtime, amongst others. That's spring icebreaker. March the 15th through the 17th. Here's what you guys better not do. Don't try to play that waiting game and want to wait till the schedule comes out or to the teams. You want to know who's going where? Call some of those grassroots coaches and ask them. That's the best advice I can give you. Call them yourself. You got some of their numbers, or DM them. Hey man, where y'all gonna play it? They'll tell you. And then you make your decision. Choices and consequences. But don't get caught in Houston, not in the spring icebreaker. Don't do it. I'm telling you. And yeah, okay, thank you, Herb. That BJ, the kid that's at Manville, did indeed enroll at Shadow Creek. So that's another one that left. That's 3 that left Shadow Creek that was gone. And they're still a favorite to advance out of this region. This, once again, as you can see, guys, this is what happens when regions become like compatible. It's wide open. It's wide open. And I like it sometimes when it's like this, because it doesn't matter whoever win out of this region is not going to be a favorite. They're going to be an underdog. And underdogs are sometimes good at state, because a lot of those nominal fans that aren't your fans, they will compound and combine with your fans, and the rooting is greater for you and your program. See how it goes, man. Everybody likes the story, but we're getting ready to shut this thing down and land the plane.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.